तो हमने देखा था लास्ट टाइम what is accuracy, precision, and instrumental errors, and accuracy, precision of the instrument, and errors in measurement. Okay, so measurement is the foundation of all experimental science and technology. The result of every measurement by any measuring instrument contains some uncertainty. Okay, as we all know that measurement is something like a foundation of experimental science and technology. Okay, and the result of every experiment by measuring instrument contains some uncertainty. Okay, you know that every instrument firstly it will work properly, then after some time or after some years, okay, it will have some kind of uncertainty. Okay, this uncertainty is called error. Okay, this is something like error, or you can see that at starting point. Okay, you all have an experience that you may have an experience that first of all, when you are having a new weighing scale, okay, it will show proper weighings, but after some period of time, okay, it will show some error, like it will have 5 or 10 gram more, then you need to clear it or cut it. Okay, if someone has shop, okay, you'll understand that. Okay, right now we never have used such kind of instrument that will directly show us error, like if you are using your scale, like uh, foot scale or a simple 15 centimeter scale, it won't have any error because it's a fixed instrument. Okay, and it doesn't depends on any other things on it in itself. That's why you don't see any error in meter scale or a centimeter scale or a foot putty. Okay, but there are some instruments which are having some uncertainty, which is called its error. Okay, every calculated quantity which is based on the measured values also has an error. Okay, that means every calculation, if sometimes what happens, uh, if you are going to multiply two or three numbers, okay, and if you choose only two places after decimal or three places after decimal, okay, so such kind of uncertainty in multiplication for that means such kind, if you take very few digits after decimal place, okay, अगर आप कोई नंबर का कैलकुलेशन कर रहे हो, मल्टीप्लीकेशन कर रहे हो तीन या चार नंबर से, और आप डॉट के बाद मतलब डेसिमल प्लेस के बाद दो ही डिजिट सब में ले रहे हो, तब मल्टीप्लीकेशन करके देखना, एंड देन उसी नंबर के तीन डिजिट्स देना डॉट के बाद, उसके बाद मल्टीप्लीकेशन करके देखना, तो आपको क्या मिलेगा कि वो दोनों चीजें थोड़ी डिफर करती। दैट मीन दिस इज व्हाट अनसर्टेनिटी in scaling or in calculation. Okay, we shall distinguish between the two terms, accuracy and precision. Okay, actually we had discussed this in our previous lecture, so I will not go in deep. So re- I will just revise you all these things. The accuracy of measurement is a measure of how close the measured value to true value of the quantity. Okay, accuracy क्या होता है कि आपकी जो measured value वो true value के कितने पास है, मतलब कि आपको पता है कि इसका आंसर somewhat ये आना चाहिए, and by several type measurements you are trying to get that value. Okay, this is what your accuracy, and how much you are closer to true value, it is your accuracy. If you are very far, then your accuracy less, and if you are very close, your accuracy is more. Okay, this is something like percentage, that when you are going to give an exam, you have 100 marks paper. Okay, but if you get 60 marks, then you are not good. I mean, you are an average student. Okay, you can say that. That means you are average accuracy, but you are, if you get 75 marks out of 100, then you are better. Okay, then again, if you are 80 marks, if you are 85, 90, 95, then your accuracy is more and more. Okay, this is something like accuracy, that 100 is your true value, and how much you are closer to that value is your accuracy. Okay, and the precision tells us to what resolution or a limit the quantity is measured. That means how much you are precise in value. Precise means if you take after decimal, okay, single place after decimal, or two place after decimal, or three place after decimal, or four place after decimal. Okay, it will show your precise precision. If you how if you use more and more places after decimal place, so sorry, decimal sign, so you will get more and more accuracy, sorry, precision. You will be more precise because you know more value about the calculation. Okay, sorry, you know more information, you get more information from it. So accuracy in measurement may depends on several factors, including the limit or resolution of the measuring instrument. For example, suppose the true value of the certain length is near 3.678 centimeter. Okay, this is the first example that suppose we have any measurement of length and it has a true value 3.678 centimeter. Okay, now we are going to perform an experiment. In one experiment, using measuring instrument of resolution zero point 0.1 centimeter. Resolution zero point 0.1 centimeter, that means it will only, that instrument is only able to calculate or measure value only one place after decimal. Okay, after decimal it will only going to measure one place. Okay, so that by using that instrument, the measured value is found to be 3.5 centimeter. You get the value 3.5 centimeter, which is closer to 3.67 centimeter. While in another experiment, okay, now you are going to perform another experiment. While in another experiment using a measuring device of greater resolution, like say 0.00, sorry, 0.01 centimeter. Okay, the length is determined by to be 3.38 centimeter. So what is the length? And by using that experiment, you get the length 3.38 centimeter. Now it is far away than this one. This value is far away from this true value uh, compared to this value. Okay, so that the first measurement has more accuracy, because now you can come to know. Okay, simply you can by seeing all these values, you can come to this is your true value. So first measurement, it is closer to this. That means in that experiment you have more accurate but less precise. You are more accurate but less precise. But while talking about this value or this instrument, okay, this is less accurate compared to this. Sorry, compared to this value, it is less accurate but more precise, because after after decimal sign it is showing two places. That means it is giving more information than this value about the length, but its accuracy is less. And the accuracy of the system, or accuracy of any measurement, is depends on several factors. Okay, now we are going to discuss all these factors. Just a minute. So what was our last line? So our last line was uh, is the first measurement has more accuracy. Okay, but what? But closer to the true value, but less precision. Its resolution is only zero point 0.1 centimeter. While the second measurement is less accurate but more precise, because its accuracy is less because it is more away from true value, but it is more precise because it is calculating two places after decimal sign. Okay, thus every experiment approximate due to errors in measurement. In general, the errors in measurement can be broadly classified as, okay, there are two types of errors, because okay, the factor that depends that affects the your accuracy or precision depends, there are two types of errors. Okay, maybe errors can be a systematic error or random errors. Okay, so now we are going to understand what is systematic errors and what is random errors. Going to learn that. Okay, The first thing is systematic error. The systematic errors are those errors that tends to be in one direction. Okay, these are in one direction, either positive or negative. Some of the sources of systematic errors are, okay, systematic errors can be only positive or negative type of errors. Okay, and there you will have two types of error. Sorry, actually two names: instrumental error, imperfection in experimental technique or procedure, and the third is personal error. Okay, these three are systematic errors. Okay, that means you are not going to use proper system to measure some quantity. So by that uncertainty by person or a system instrument itself, so it creates some errors. So these are called systematic errors. Okay, so systematic errors are those errors that tend to be in one direction, either positive or negative. Some of the sources of the systematic error: first, instrumental error. That means instrument itself have some uncertainty. Okay, so that uncertainty can be positive or negative. Okay, so that instrumental error that arise from the errors due to imperfect design or calibration of the measuring instrument, zero error in instrument, etc. Okay, what are the instrumental errors? Instrumental errors occurs in an instrument just because of imperfect design or calibration of measuring instruments. That means when you are using any instrument, it is by default imperfect instrument. Okay, or not a proper scaling on it, or not a proper calibration was doing done on the same instrument. Okay, so that or zero error in the instrument. Zero error, like when you are using some instrument, by default it should be on zero before measurement. Okay, but sometime what happens, it is not on zero. It may be earlier or later on zero. Okay, like I can say that, let me understand it. Like you have on supposed to say, you have one scale, okay, right? And that scale, suppose you are going to measure something. Okay, 4, and this is 1, like this is 2, like this is your 3 or 4, something like that. 1, this is 2, this is your 3, this is 4, and so on. Okay, and so on. Now what happens, uh, 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 I think here is on this instrument there is some one more instrument. Okay, for measurement. So by default, this instrument should start with zero, but at some instance or some point, or at some conditions, what happened? Your instrument does won't start from zero, but it starts from like here, or like here. Okay, at anywhere beyond zero, and it starts later than zero. So that what happens, there is something like this much error by default in the instrument. When you are start measuring from something, like you want something, the length of a line. Okay, like you want to measure the length of this line. So when you put this instrument, okay, it starts from here. So your length will be should be stop here. Like if I put it here, your length should be stopped at here. That means this is something like 4 centimeter line. But what your instrument will tell you, that it will show you like this. That means it will read out 4.5, yes, or something like that. So that zero point 0.5 is an error in your measurement. Okay, this is the error in measurement. What is actual value? You can see that if it starts from 0, so your actual value should be 4. But due to instrumental error, your value will be what? More than 4. So this is what? An instrumental error. Understood? This is something like instrumental error or zero error in instrument, etc. For example, temperature graduations of a thermometer may be independently calibrated. It may read 104 degree at boiling point of a water at STP, whereas it should read 100 degree. Okay, that means when you are at STP means standard temperature and pressure. Your thermometer should read the reading 100 degrees centigrade, because we all know that the boiling point of temperature is 100 degrees centigrade, but the instrument shows 104. That means there is some error in the instrument by some any factor like instrumental error, or its mercury is not in valid position or something like that. Okay, in vernier calipers, the zero mark of a vernier scale may not coincide with the zero mark of main scale. Okay, actually there is an instrument of measuring some of diameters of wires or something like, which is called vernier calipers, which is used in industries to measure the gauge of wire. Gauge means how much it is, its diameter. So that we are using vernier calipers. Okay, and it has two scales. Okay, one main scale and second is secondary scale or vernier scale. Okay, and in that instrument, vernier scale and your main scale should be both have zero values. So their zero value should coincide when your vernier scale is closed, or it is not in use. Okay, but if both are not, if they are mismatched. Okay, then what happens? So there is an error in your measurement. Okay, and this is what your uh, error due to instrument. Okay, not because of us or because of some other factors. It is because of there are some default error present in the instrument, or error due to uh, we can say what are the words, error due to some imperfect design, or not proper calibration. So the error occurs. Okay, simply an ordinary meter scale may be worn off at one end, or sometimes what happens, your ordinary meter scale worn off at some place or one end. That means it is to be what we say, thawed out, or we can say it out. It is damaged from one place, one end. So it may be an error. Okay, this is what your instrumental error. So now, next, imperfection in experimental technique or procedure. Now, imperfection in experimental technique or procedure. So before doing any experiment, you have to know what is the procedure to do this experiment. Okay, to determine the temperature. Okay, second error is what? To determine the temperature of human body, a thermometer placed under the armpit will give a temperature lower than the actual value of the body temperature. Okay, other external conditions such as changes in a temperature, humidity, wind velocity, etc. during the experiment may systematically affect the measurement. Okay, so that while measuring temperature from your with the help of thermometer, you should put thermometer in proper way, whether in your tongue, bottom of your tongue, or in your armpit. Okay, you should put it properly, and before putting, you should just check it whether it is on zero or not. Okay, but somehow what, you are not putting it properly, or you are putting like differently, so it may, due to some human activities, it has it it gets some uncertainty. Okay, and that uncertainty is nothing but it's error. Okay, but that error not because of instrumental error. This is because of imperfection, or imperfect experimental technique taken by you or anyone. Okay, so that the second thing is what, uh, while using while doing some chemistry practicals or doing some physics practicals. Okay, you have to first read what is the procedure to do practical. Okay, and if you don't follow the route, that means when you're doing any practical in chemistry, like titration or something like that, and you have some measures that this is acid, this is base. Okay, and you have to know what are the indicators you should use for acid or base. And if you don't know it properly, then it creates some errors. Okay, and that errors are something like imperfection in experimental techniques or procedures. Okay, and the third is personal errors. Personal errors that arise due to an individual bias, a lack of proper setting of apparatus, or individual carelessness in taking observations without observing proper precaution, etc. And personal error is something like that, not properly getting idea about experiment and just randomly putting some apparatus, or I can say that while doing electrical practicals. Okay, and if you are using a voltmeter instead of ammeter for measuring a volt current. Okay, this is personal errors because you don't know the procedure of practical. Okay, I don't know the exactly what apparatus is for what use, the apparatus is, which apparatus is useful for what purpose. Okay, and if you don't know all these things, you will have some personal errors. Okay, you don't while measuring a length, you should stare by putting your head at the straight line, but neither you are reading taking reading by one side or second side, then it will create some error in your experiment. Okay, मतलब क्या होता है कि आपको लेंथ मेजर करनी, तो लेंथ आपको सीधा देखना पड़ता है, बट इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट आप लोग क्या कर रहे हो, एक तो साइड से देख रहे हो, यहाँ से देख रहे हो, तो उससे क्या है, 1 mm का डिफरेंस आ जाता है. Okay, and this is not an instrumental error, this is not a imperfection in technique, this is due to a personal error, that a person who is performing that practical is not properly understanding the errors, sorry, is not properly doing that practical, or performing that practical. Due to that, careless behavior of the individual will create that kind of error. Okay, this is what personal. For example, if you by habit always hold your hand a bit too far to the right while reading the position of needle on a scale, you you will introduce an error due to parallax method. Okay, मतलब आप by default आप एक साइड से वन साइड से आप किसी भी मेजरमेंट को चेक कर रहे हो, तो बाय डिफॉल्ट ड्यू टू पैरेलक्स, मतलब क्या है, पैरेलक्स मैंने बताया था कि अगर आप एक आंख बंद करोगे तो एक चीज आपको इस साइड में दिखेगी, अब एक आंख को बंद करके ओके सेकंड आंख को ओपन करो तो आपको वही चीज थोड़ी डिफरेंट पोजीशन पे दिखेगी. ओके, सो उससे क्या होता है कि एरर क्रिएट हो जाती है, एंड दिस इज व्हाट योर पर्सनल एरर. दिस इज नॉट ड्यू टू अ सिस्टम और imperfection technique. So, what are the steps to avoid such kind of errors? Okay, the systematic errors can be minimized by improving it. First error, what instrumental error? It can be improved by minimizing, improving, improving experimental techniques. That means use proper instruments, calibrate it properly so that you can avoid instrumental errors. That is the first method to resolve instrumental errors. Second, selecting a better instrument and removing personal bias as far as possible. Okay, and the second thing, selecting a better instrument and removing personal bias, as well as using proper instrumental techniques, experimental techniques. Okay, before performing any experiment, first read what is the procedure to do that practical. Okay, and what are the precautions should be taken while doing that, performing that practical, so that you can avoid such a three kind of errors. Okay, for a given setup, these errors may be estimated to certain extent, and necessary corrections may be applied to the readings. Okay, so that these errors may be estimated to certain extent. That means you can that means if you have that experiment, that instrument only, and you are not supposed to purchase new one. Okay, so that at that point, what you can do, you can simply first of all find out that errors, and then correct it by, if it is positive error, and then minus that value from the answer, and if you are negative error, plus that value into the answer, so that by that you can uh, correct that errors. Okay, These are your systematic errors. Now, second thing is random errors. The random errors are those errors which occur irregularly and hence are random with respect to sign and size. Okay, random errors are irregular errors. That means when it will happen, it won't. It is not up to you. Okay, these are random errors. It may happen at any time in your instrument. It may happen or not happen. Okay, that it is not necessary that it will happen every time. Okay, it may happen or it may not happen. Okay, this can arise due to a random and unpredictable fluctuation in experimental conditions. Okay, this can arise due to random and unpredictable fluctuations in experimental conditions. For example, unpredictable fluctuations in temperature, voltage supply, mechanical vibrations of experimental setup, etc. Okay, that means unpredictable fluctuations like sudden change in temperature of your experimental temperature. Okay, we are not talking about surrounding temperature or atmospheric temperature. We are talking about uh, experimental temperature. That means maybe sometime it happens in chemistry. You are doing some practical, and right now you have very less temperature, or you have a limited temperature like 27 or 30 degrees centigrade, and suddenly by experimental during experimental by some reaction, okay, automatically your temperature raised from uh, 30 to direct unconditionally 60 to 70 degrees centigrade. Okay, so that such kind of error is random error. Okay, you don't predict it. Okay, if you don't know proper experiment, if you don't know experiment properly, it is uncertain to you. Sorry, it is not certain to you, and it is a random situation for you. Second, voltage supply. Oh, you are doing some practical and suddenly voltage supply drops, or suddenly voltage ups or down, or frequency changes uncertainly. So these are random errors. You can't predict it before your practical. Okay, uh, so that such kind of errors can occur in your practical, and so that it is not due to a instrumental error or personal error or imperfection. It is just because it occurs of some lower high values, or sometimes due to power cut your voltage supply will collapse. Okay, so that this is not your by default personal error, or you cannot predict that at this moment or at that moment your power supply will cut, or your gv will drop down your power. So this is an uncertain error. Mechanical vibrations of the experimental setup. Okay, while doing some experiments, suddenly you will have a mechanical vibrations, etc. Are random errors. Personal errors by observer taking reading, etc. Okay, and one more uncertain error like personal errors by observer taking readings. Okay, uh, if one practical is performed by different people, and then possible that one person is proper in experimenting, but the second one is not that much good of performing such practicals. So maybe due to that, there may possible that personal error occurs. Okay, for example, when same person repeats the same observation, it is very likely that he may get different readings every time. Okay, so that when you are performing an experiment, you have to perform it at least 2 or 3 times or 4 times, so that to get a proper conclusion, proper result. Okay, for that, when a same person is performing the same practical in 3 or 4 times, it may occur that he may have he or she may have uh, different reading and every time. Okay, when you are going in a lab, you will definitely come to know this situation. Then come to know about this situation that every time when you are going to perform your practical, you will have different readings. Okay, and the list count error. Just a minute. And the list count error, the smallest value that can be measured by the measuring instrument is called list count. List count means simply the smallest value that can be measured by your instrument. Smallest value, something like what? if you have centimeter scale, like 15 centimeter scale you have. Okay, so what is the smallest value that it can measure is 0.1 centimeter. Okay, it is a 15 centimeter scale. That means in every 1 centimeter, there are two arrays, or we can say uh, in every 2 centimeter. Wait, let me show you figure. Like this is your scale. Okay, so in every 10 every 1 centimeter, between every 1 centimeter there are 10 lines. Okay, actually I have shown here only 5 lines, but actually in every 1 centimeter there are 10 lines. Okay, so that every 10 lines, between every 2 lines, okay, in this centimeter scale, like this is what your scale, so this is your 0 and this is 1, and between that there are 10 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, my calibration is not proper because I am randomly drawing this drawing. Okay, so that between every 2 lines, okay, between every 2 lines, the distance between every 2 lines is 0.1 centimeter. This is what your list scale for this scale. This is what your list count. Okay, this is the lowest value that you can measure from this count. Okay, beyond that you can't go. Okay, you can't measure lesser value than this. Okay, so this is what your list count. Okay, every measurement after decimal place, after decimal, how much places you are using, this is your list count. That means if you are reading 5.7, okay, 0.7, that means it is multiplied with a 0.1. So this is what your list count of the instrument. If you are reading like 5.76, okay, so this instrument is able to measure 2 places after decimal, so that it has a list count 0.01. Okay, this is its list count. So minimum it can measure this value. This is its minimum measured value. It cannot go beyond that value. Okay, all readings or measured values are good only up to this level. मतलब कि क्या होता है कि इतने लेवल तक आपके सारे रीडिंग्स या मेजर वैल्यूज गुड होते हैं, इससे नीचे नहीं होते. द लिस्ट काउंट एरर इज एरर एसोसिएटेड विद द रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट. ओके, जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट का रिजोल्यूशन होता है उसके साथ लिस्ट काउंट एरर होता है. रिजोल्यूशन मतलब क्या होता है, कम से कम कितनी वैल्यू मेजर कर सकता है वो, छोटे से छोटी चीज. रिजोल्यूशन इज स्मॉलेस्ट थिंग. Okay, for example, a vernier caliper has at least list count is 0.01 centimeter, and spirometer have a list count 0.001 centimeter. That means vernier scale can measure value after two values after decimal place, and spirometer can able to measure three values after decimal place. So list count error belong to the category of the random error, but within a limited size. So that list count error is in category of random error. So it is also a random error, but it's at limited size. It occurs with the both systematic and random errors. Okay, it is a systematic error because of imperfection in or imperfection in instrument or not proper calibration. So you can say it's systematic error. But by using instrument at several times, it may possible that there is a random error inside the instrument due to not coincide its main scale or vernier scale at the same zero. Okay, if you use meter scale for measurement of the length, it may have graduations at 1 mm division scale, spacing or intervals. Uh, okay, always remember that meter scale or centimeter scale, it has a resolution of 1 mm. Okay, zero point 0.1 centimeter means it's 1 mm. Okay, so every two divisions or division is a 1 mm scale spacing. Okay, it may have graduations at 1 mm divisions scale spacing or intervals. Using instrument of higher precision, improving the experimental technique, etc., we can reduce the least count error. Okay, how to reduce such error? using instruments of higher precision. Okay, higher precision, that means it can measure four values, up to four values from the decimal place. So it has more preciseness, or it is more precise instrument, improving the experimental technique, etc. And the second thing, you can improve the experimental techniques, so we can reduce the least count error. Repeating the observation several times and taking the arithmetic mean of all the observations, the mean value would be very close to the true value of the measure value. Okay, so all these things we will discuss in our next lecture. So today we are going to stop at here.